The bromance between Elon Musk, the world's richest man, and President Donald Trump seems to be coming to a rocky end. You have President Trump saying in the Oval Office earlier today that Elon Musk saw this congressional bill that he's been railing about, and that he agreed with it, and that he was only now turning against the bill because, one, it doesn't have an electric vehicle mandate that he was pushing for in the bill, but also because he says he misses the White House, and now he's gotten out there, is no longer in what the president called the beautiful Oval Office, and as a result, he's railing against it. And Elon Musk is wasting no time pushing back. I want to put up just one of the many posts that Elon Musk has put up. He said, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Democrats would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." He went on to say, "Such ingratitude." So this really shows you that Elon Musk is pulling out all the stops here when it comes to pushing back against President Trump. And we should remind people that Elon Musk did spend millions and millions and millions of dollars personally giving to the campaign of President Trump, but also giving out bonuses and creating all sorts of competitions, giving money to voters for signing up petitions and doing all sorts of things to sort of get energy around President Trump. That being said, President Trump is saying he would have won regardless of whether or not Elon Musk had backed him, which is also striking for him to say, given the amount of support that he got from Elon Musk. It'll be very interesting to see where this goes next, but it seems like it's going to get uglier and uglier.
Big breaking news, Elon Musk just posted that Donald Trump is in fact in the Epstein files, and that's why the Epstein files have not been released. Musk just tweeted the following, and yes, this is 100% real. Remember to add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get all the information. Time to drop the really big bomb. @Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Wow, folks, we knew this was escalating quickly, but we did not think it was going to go there so quickly. We're going to keep following this story, and there's no way that this is the end of it, so make sure you're following our account. Add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and check back soon.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
He was sitting alongside the German chancellor, but President Trump had a lot more to say today about billionaire Elon Musk, who has been bashing Trump's signature bill all week.
He knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody, and he never had a problem until right after he left.
False. This bill was never shown to me even once, Musk spat back as he rebutted his former boss in real time with a flurry of posts on his social media site, X. Bankrupting America is not okay, he wrote. Kill the bill.
It goes to very special people. And
the very public falling out comes just 6 days after Trump handed Musk a key to the White House, and 4 months after the two declared their bond unbreakable.
I love the president. I just want to be clear about that.
I don't care about that.
I know. I love the president.
You love the president.
I wanted to find somebody smarter than him. I searched all over. I just couldn't do it.
But Musk, who Trump hired to cut spending, has been railing against what he calls the big ugly bill. It's estimated that the bill's mix of tax cuts, Medicaid cuts, and border security measures will add $2.4 trillion to the federal deficit. And Musk isn't the only conservative who wants changes.
My response to Mr. Musk is that, I feel your pain.
Elon's, I think, saying things that a lot of the American people feel. It's like, what are you doing?
The bill is incredible.
But Trump suggested today that Musk, whose last day was Friday, is just having separation anxiety.
People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly, and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it.
Such ingratitude, Musk responded. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. The spat went beyond policy and into the personal when, without presenting evidence, Musk posted this about the president and the late Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted child sex offender. Time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason, he said, that they have not been made public.
And so far, Trump has not responded to that accusation. But Nancy, what is the fallout expected to be here?
Well, Maurice, Musk is already warning Republicans tonight that he's going to be around long after Trump leaves office and that he could use his massive war chest against anyone who disagrees with him. And if Trump really does decide to cancel SpaceX contracts, that is going to have a major impact not only on the company, but on the U.S. space program as well.
And Nancy, where does this leave the bill that started all this?
John, all the attention is causing more and more conservatives on the Hill to say they need to add more spending cuts to the bill. But the problem is if they try to cut Medicaid even deeper, that could end up turning off moderate Republicans. And so the president had been urging them to just try to pass this bill without making any changes, but that is looking less and less likely.
You know, I wasn't even going to post on this, and then I saw some clips that changed my mind, and I'll show you those in a moment. But first, Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son, little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what Doge is doing, all while Donald Trump watched on silently from his cuck chair. And in the aftermath, one of Elon's fanboys shared this tweet that Elon reposted. It says, "History repeats itself," and it shows two images. The first image is a pretty iconic image of JFK Jr. playing underneath his dad's desk while he worked in the Oval Office. And the second is little X seemingly bored out of his mind, crawling around on the floor while Donald Trump pontificates about what he liked watching from said cuck chair. But I can point out at least one glaring difference between these two situations. JFK Jr., as I recall, never had criticisms of his father while the press was there. Little X, on the other hand, has a lot to say, and there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like bull.
You heard that too, right? You're not the president. You need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. Just you watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said, but I'll go one better, because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage, all that.
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up." And there's already people who are like, out of the mouth of babes. But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he like tells off Trump. He just repeats things he's heard. So if he says you're not really the president, chances are someone has said that around him and he's repeating it. When he says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up," he's either heard someone say that to someone else, or someone has said that to him, and he's repeating it. Either scenario is pretty disturbing. But perhaps the question we should be asking is the same one that Shea Jordan Smith asked on Twitter, which is, why the fuck is Elon Musk doing press briefings in the White House from the Oval Office? He is not an elected official. Why is he holding court in the Oval Office? Nothing about this is normal or good.
From one year to the next are the same, and they're
And the prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage, all their debt payments dropped.
This kid.
How great is that for the
Oh my God, there he is again. No! Oh!
That's what
He's gonna put his booger fingers on the presidential desk.
Mr. President, any response to Elon Musk claims about the Epstein files?
Mr. President.
Nice to see
Attorney
you.
General,
Nice to see you.
response to Elon Musk claims?
It's a case we win. We can't lose that case because we have the right to make grants. We're not going to make any grants like that. But I don't think Harvard's been acting very nicely. I think Columbia wants to get to the bottom of the problem. They've acted very well. And there are other institutions, too, that are acting, but Harvard's trying to be a big shot. And all that happens is every 3 days we find...
I can't help but laugh a little over this Elon Musk and Trump breakup. Like, one, a billionaire owner of Tesla. The other one, the president of the United States. And they're actually arguing with each other on Twitter. Like, I have genuinely seen people handle divorce better than this. Why are they fighting? You cannot, like, seriously, you cannot convince me that those men did not have a loving relationship.
Hello and welcome back to Luke-N-SHAE'S place. So glad you could stop by and join me. Hope you're wearing your smile. If you haven't noticed already, the topic is breakups. Breakups that were caught on camera. That one, if you weren't familiar with it, now you are. A huge breakup right before our eyes in our country. But before I begin, go ahead and click that like button. If you haven't already, click that like button. Go ahead and put me in the algorithm so that other people can find the videos that Luke and I will be posting. And don't forget to click that notification bell, subscribe, 100% free. Click that notification bell so that you get notified when we are posting, and also comment. Love to have your feedback, love to read it, and definitely will reply to it. But yes, breakups. What about them breakups, right? Nothing is good about it. Nobody likes to go through a breakup. But when I just think about the breakup that we just watched, wow, who's seen that coming, right? Because that was just a match made and I don't want to say match made in heaven, but you know, it was a match made. It sure was a match made. And you get the key. It's like not too long ago, Elon got the key to, it's like getting the key to his place, right? You got the key to his place. He gave you the key to the White House. That's major. Some people get the key to the city. You got the whole key to the White House, the Oval Office, where it all happens at. And I think of just relationships. I think of it. That's why it's so much like a regular relationship. You can't tell me this is not a relationship. You get the key to his place when he starts to trust you. And not only that, but actually, I would say this is in reverse because he got the key to Trump's place. So I would have to say because Elon was putting out money. So when we think about it that way, I have to say to the men out here, when I have different conversations with people and I see different podcasts, I see conversations that people have, a lot of times it'll be like, oh man, you know, the women, you just don't know. You get with these women out here today and they can take all that you have. They could just use you and then move on to somebody else. I've done different podcasts. I've done a recent one about struggle love, right? When you think about that. So let's equate that with this, what we just watched. Let's say Trump during his election period, all that, you know, campaigning and everything and all the supposed millions that all that money Elon was putting out there, right? You're spending all that money on her, spending all that money, taking her out, taking him out, whatever the case might be. And then, you know, you're thinking, this is your person, you know, and especially when there's kids involved, right? Let's not forget the kids being involved. in this instance, okay, we'll say X. Okay, I believe that's Elon Musk's son. So, you know, he was in and around Trump, and it was like that whole thing. When you're dating a person and they have a child, you know, you're around that kid. Hey, buddy, you start to get to know your person's kid, you know, and it's like all the money that he or she spent, and then next thing you know, you're thinking, okay, I'm trusting you with my deepest secrets. You know a lot about me. And when a breakup happens, it's like a oh crap moment, especially when you're the president of the United States of America. Like, you're hoping, like, don't air my dirty laundry. Don't be out here telling my business, because that's not good. That's not cool. What do you guys think about that? Because usually when it gets to that point, that's a bad breakup. A good breakup, and it sucks because it really sucks to say a good breakup, bad breakup, but let's face it, you have some that are horrible, some that end bad, and people are just resentful. They have to do the get backs, and I need to hurt you because you hurt me. How dare you break up with me? How dare you break up with me? I need to do something to hurt you, or you're moving on and I don't like it. So what you have is you'll have people trying to hurt that person. And usually now today, because of social media, a lot of times people will turn to social media and just, they're in their feelings. They're in their feelings. Isn't that what guys say women do? Oh, you guys are in your feelings. Men think logical. I don't see that in this case. I see two guys that are just butthurt. They're like, you know, yeah, I can't give you all this. I have to save funding in our country. Well, you're going to be spending billions with all the projects that you have. You know, and I don't know if Elon thought, hey, this is what it's going to be, because I'm going to be putting money out here during your campaigning and your election. I'm going to just be dropping money. So listen, you're unelected official. You were right there in the Oval Office. You were just there. Not only that, in charge of America's finances, you had your hands in some stuff. People were getting fired. Like, a lot of people lost their jobs. And let's not even forget the children that are still, you have children out here that have lost their life, sadly, because of different fundings that we were sending to help with children, and different medical things that they were getting, medical needs that were being met. And when we cut that off, lives were lost. Children's lives were lost. So this person, you know, with his electric cars and all that, he wanted all that, whatever he thought or whatever was agreed upon, and then maybe take, because he's acting like it was already a sealed deal, and maybe Trump just decided to take it away. That's what he's acting like, wait, how dare you? You know, but whatever the case might be, he's not happy. It doesn't seem like a good breakup. It seems like a bad one, because then he took to social media to then drop his whole, hey, why don't you guys look at the Epstein file? That's why it hasn't been, you know, released, because he's saying that Trump's name is in that. He's in there. So yeah, that's a whole nother topic. And well, he's airing his dirty laundry. And what about the kid, though? He was right in the Oval Office. I mean, I'm not even talking about him picking his nose. That's for one thing on camera. It's almost like somebody told him, hey, I just need you, go in there and pick your nose. Just go in there right in front of the camera. I just need you to embarrass. Aside from that, the disrespect that he was saying, it was, okay, you can't tell me that kid did not hear his father, or wherever his home, he heard a conversation, and he heard it, and he went right there into the Oval Office, right there in front of the cameras, right in the White House, right in front of the cameras, and he just started saying the meanest things to Trump. Like, he just, But then, you know, you see where he's walking to go fly and he's jumping through the grass of the White House and he's, you know, happy when they were happy. But soon as things started to get rocky and so many things happened. His dad was also the one day when he didn't bring him, because I guess after that he said, well, I'm not bringing him, because that was, quite embarrassing, because he then started repeating things that I know he had to have heard his dad say. I believe the one, you're not the president, and I want you to shh, and you know, you need to beat. It's like I have to beat myself. I'm like, what is this little kid saying? He was saying a lot. I want you to shut your mouth. You know, wow, that's a lot. So with that being said, I sit here and I'm like, wow, that's something. And he's just, you know, just not even, I don't know. I guess he's not school age. Keep him somewhere. You need to put your child in. Yeah, he doesn't need to be around adults. That's crazy that he shouldn't be. But how does that resonate with any of you? I would like to know. Put that in the comment section. Have you had that where you were in a relationship and there was a child involved? Your ex had a child, or they had some children that you got attached to, and then when you broke up, then what? How does that work for you? I'm sure that's not a good thing. You're getting attached to the kids and it's like, okay, now we're not together. And the kids probably think I'm a piece of crap, because you know that parent, if it's a bad breakup, they're talking crap and whatever the case might be. But I think of that. And also when he didn't bring his son to the office, to the White House, what about the time when he's sitting there and they're saying he has a habit and he's all, you know, I mean, to me, when I first seen it, because it was just a head roll, I was thinking, okay, somebody possibly could be under the desk, but that couldn't be it, because he was standing up. Because I was thinking something totally different. I was like, habit? No, he's just getting some. But you know, he was standing up. So I mean, not that standing up, but no, not in front of the cameras. But either way, he just was. Anyway, my advice to anybody, and when I think about this, my advice with this whole thing is you pick people. When you're picking your person, one of the questions I know I've asked in the start of a relationship, I've asked this, and it's important for me to know this, and maybe this would have been important in that relationship. What is the longest relationship you've been in? That's an important question that I ask, because what that does, and again, I'll repeat it, what is the longest relationship that you've been in? Because when I ask that question, it tells me a lot. Because if you've only been in a relationship, I never really been in a long-term relationship. When somebody tells me, a year, 6 months, and they're my age, and I'm looking at that like, no, you have commitment issues. You can't stay in something long. And if you tell me, and if I see you have children and they're definitely not by the same woman, and you have them and you just never stay with none of your children's mother. She wasn't good enough for you to walk down the aisle and you moved on to somebody else. It looks to me like you have commitment issues. And I also have to say, for the women, those women, and also for Trump, you guys, what is it, 13 children's mothers that he has? He has 13 baby mamas. We're going to say it what it is, baby mamas. He has a habit, 13 babies mamas, and he's supposed to be the richest man in the world. See, look, even money is, listen, people think that money is going to buy happiness. I don't see any happiness in that, because you're one woman after the, where's the commitment? Where's the person that you actually bonded to and love? And for the women, because a lot of times they try to say it's just Women who look like me who, oh my gosh, if you're into the guy, oh, the women are going after the same guy. All the women are having children by the same guy. Well, I see that in that case with Elon, because I guess to be his baby's mama, you're looking at, okay, I'm getting paid. That's exactly what that is. You can't tell me that these women, you know what? I'm going off on a tangent. Let's get back to the actual breakup. We're not going to get into that. But if I see somebody who actually has that going on, do you think I'm going to trust that they're going to be faithful in a relationship to me, or I'm going to be able to trust them long term? That goes with jobs and everything else, because hold on a second, let me let my dog back in. So as I was saying, the trust level, am I going to trust that person to stay? Am I going to trust that person long term? Because I see that you bounce around. So when I think about that, this person had our social security information and all that. I don't know. Our social security numbers was just, I mean, with the jobs that he was given when he was in that office. Yeah, I don't know that like I said, money, I believe a lot of that is the money that he put out there. That's why he was able to even be there. But now that there's a breakup, there's some laundry getting aired. That dirty laundry is getting aired. And I think that's what's making Trump a little nervous, because, okay, this breakup didn't go smoothly. And I know some of the people in his administration are saying, oh, you know, Elon will be back. We're trying to call him. And he's not paying y'all no mind. He's too busy on his sites, his X site or whatever, his Twitter. He's tweeting. He's doing the mostest right now, like, because he's just not happy about that money he thought was going to be, you know, his. Yeah, so that's just not. It's not a good thing when you think about it. And I have to sit here and I'm just like, is this really happening? Is this really happening? You couldn't make this up. If somebody told me this years ago that this was going to happen, I'm like, what? This is not what our future children and grandchildren are going to be reading about. Like, what? Even if Lord willing, if we even make it that far, because this is just crazy anymore. Like, it's like a whole dream anymore. But yeah, let's go. I want to look at more. That was interesting. Let me know how you feel about that. Do you think that Trump and Elon's going to get back together? Are they going to have their friendship back? You know, at this point, because you have the little boy telling, damn, so disrespectful to, and you know, I don't condone to that. I don't care what happens in your relationship. I do not ever condone to someone then involving their children. Don't have your child disrespecting the other adult, because at the end of the day, if you're allowing that, what are they going to do with their teachers or any other authority figures, adults in their life? If you allow them to talk to another adult that way, and what are you saying around your child? You got to guard your mouth around your child, because they take it in. And little kids repeat everything that you say. So, but either way, I just hope that this crap just goes away. It's crazy. It's funny, because it's like, who does this? I don't hear any other country where this is a thing. Oh, I don't know. He'll probably say something about me. What other president has this happening? Okay, this is like a soap opera. It's not even real. It's okay. I would like to see some other actual breakups. Let's go. Let's look at some more. Let's see what other breakups were caught on camera. Let's go.
Trying to freaking stalk me, man. You can't get in here. Like, you can't get in here, though. I moved into a gated community. Like, you can't get in here unless you got a key, bro. For real, man. Get off the gate, bro. I got neighbors. No. I'm scared to get close to the door. Okay, first of all, you on the wrong side. First of all, you ain't gonna be able to open it from that side, and you can't open it because you need a key. Like, look at this girl, bro. No, bro. Like, get your hand off the thing, bro.
Like,
you
real,
seriously?
You was not saying that 2 weeks ago, but now you
What?
Why you acting different?
Today's the new day. Okay. I said we broke up. So you gonna hurt yourself, bro? You gonna literally try to hurt? It looks like you're hurting yourself. I'm not playing with you, bro. I'm about to call the police on your ass. For real. If I call my sisters and them over here, you go.
You can break them. I
Oh
don't
my
care.
God. I have neighbors. But I have neighbors, bro. Okay, get off the thing. So you go kick me now? Oh no. Oh, you're not getting that back. You're not getting that back. You're not getting that back. You're not getting that back.
Hey you guys, so I recently broke up with my boyfriend and I didn't think that I was going to share this experience or this story just because it's not that big of a deal and it's kind of private too, but I decided to share it because I felt like the girls really needed to hear about this. So there are two major points I'm going to make and I'm going to try to keep this very short. So number one, the way that God has carried me throughout this breakup is really nothing short of amazing and unbelievable. Usually after a breakup, I'm a mess. Like, I've been known to cry in the club over a breakup. Like, I'm telling you, days, weeks, you know. And the fact that that has not been my experience this time is only because of God. And I've been really trying to get back to my relationship with him, first and foremost, so that he is leading my relationships from now on. Number two is, I feel like a lot of times when we all see these breakup stories, especially coming from the woman's perspective, it's always like this horror story, like, you know, the stuff that she's been through and what he put her through and all the stuff that she put up with. And we all look at her like, girl, why was you in that relationship? Like, why did you stay? But when I tell you guys that that's not my experience at all, like, it just wasn't. My ex was a great guy. Like, even after we broke up, still sending me flowers to my apartment, you know, like, just a great guy, but for somebody else. And we didn't break up because of anything that he did to me, anything that I found out or anything that I did to him. We literally broke up because just of small things that led me to understand that this was not my husband. And so I needed to make room for my husband by exiting that relationship. But I'm telling you, the way that he treated me within this relationship was so good. He's raised my standard. And you guys know that my standards were already high to begin with. But my ex treated me so well in our relationship that it was like, if the next guy, he's made it harder for the next guy. Because if the next guy isn't coming like my ex or better, then off the rip, you can get to stepping. Like, so, you know, breakups don't always have to be this, oh, I'm learning a hard lesson or I went through some traumatic experience. Not every relationship is going to end up in a marriage. And the ones that don't end up in marriage doesn't mean that it has to be messy or, you know, as long as you're upholding your standards within the relationship, it should be a positive experience. And honestly, my relationship was a positive experience. And I'm telling you, like, I have nothing bad to say about him. And we're still friends. We still talk and everything. But I just don't feel like the girls hear that often about a relationship that you get out of that has raised your standards. That, like, he's treated me so well, like the next guy's gonna be hard for him, you know. So I just wanted you guys to hear that, because not every breakup is a horror story and not every breakup is some hard learning lesson. Some breakups are really because you're just maturing and you want different types of relationships, and you just came to understand, like, I don't see myself marrying that person, so let's not waste each other's time. And that's pretty much what this was. But like I said, great guy, love him, and yeah, that's it.
I'm just done. I don't want to be with you no more.
What you mean? What did I do?
But Jalen, get off me.
What did I do?
You ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing. I just don't want you by me though. I don't want to be with you no more.
What did I do?
Jalen, get off me, bro.
What did I do?
Jalen, get off me, bro.
What did I do?
Shut up.
What did I do?
Touch me. You ain't do nothing. Just don't want you with me. Jalen, move, bro. Move. I don't want no kiss, bro.
What did I do?
Jalen, move, bro.
What did I do to you?
Move, bro.
What did I do to you? What did I do
You
to
ain't
you?
do nothing, bro. I'm just done. I don't want to be with you no more.
But what did I do for you to be like that?
Nothing. I just grew apart from you. I don't want to be with you no more.
That don't make sense.
It makes sense. Well, let make it make sense, bro.
I don't know what's wrong with you, but you need to fix your attitude because nobody got time for that.
I ain't fixing nothing.
You need to fix it. Because nobody did nothing to you.
I just
If
don't.
you be mad at somebody,
I'm not
you
mad
can
at you. I'm just saying I don't want to be with
Then
you.
why
Get
are
in
you
your
being
head.
smart?
If I said I want to be with you, just move. Go ahead somewhere.
Why are you being smart then?
What you mean by I'm being smart? What you
Don't
mean
try
by
to
I'm being
talk
smart?
just like me. You yelling over what I'm saying. And
Because I don't want to be with you. Get it in your head. Jalen, move. But Jalen, move. Get off me, bro. Bro, move.
Dang, what did I do?
Bro, you ain't do nothing this one challenge. Jalen, move. Move, bro. Move.
No.
It's done, bro. I don't want to be with you, bro. Bro, get off me, Jalen.
No.
Bro, Jalen, get off me.
Dang, no. I didn't do nothing.
I know you ain't do nothing, but it's done. It's over. It's over.
No, it's not over.
It's not no more. Now you're in Jalen.
Don't leave me.
Jalen, you better get off me, Jalen.
No.
Bro, Jalen.
Baby, no.
Jalen, get off me, bro. Move, bro. Jalen, get off me for real. Jalen, get off me, bro.
No.
I don't care about none of that. You're not about to say
I didn't do nothing to you.
But it's over.
No, I didn't do nothing to you.
Jalen, let go, please.
No.
That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to end on good terms. You all trying to end on bad terms. Let me just.
No, you can't smoke with me.
I'm not. That's why I'm saying it's over.
I don't even know what happened.
I'm just. Jalen, I'm just done with you. I can't leave. I'm not feeling you no more.
Why?
I don't know why. Just real quiet. I don't know why. Just can you please get off me, please?
No.
Jalen, come on now. I'm not trying to do all this with you. I'm not trying to do all this with you, bro. Please get off me.
Do nothing. I don't even know why you acting like this. You leaving.
Bro, Jalen, get off me, bro. Jalen.
No.
Jalen, it's over.
No.
Why you gonna be with me? Look, if I'm saying it's over, why you gonna be with me if I'm saying it's over?
Because I want to be with you.
No, I don't care what you want to do. You can't have me no more. Your time is up. Your time is up. You can't have me no more.
Baby, I love you. Stop.
Jalen, stop, bro. No. Jalen, get off me.
Baby, no.
Get off me, bro. It's over.
No.
It's over. You hear me? It's over, bro.
No,
it's over, bro.
No, it's not.
Jalen, stop. Watch out.
No.
Jalen, get off me, bro.
No.
Jalen, get off my feet.
No.
Get off my feet.
No.
Jalen, get off me.
No. I'm not letting go.
Jalen, you have to let go.
Yeah.
Let go. You have to let go.
No. We've been together too long.
No, I don't care. We've been together. It's over now. It's done.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's done, bro. See, Jalen, I'm not with Jalen. I'm trying to tell you it's done. Just let me go.
No, I don't want to.
Well, you gonna see me with another girl. I'll be with another girl. You still gonna be with me?
I didn't do
I'm not be with another girl. But I'm gonna be with another girl. So, alright. Okay. Are you mad for a reason? You crying for a reason?
Okay, so today I'd be lying if I said I'm okay. But on this journey, I decided to be transparent and show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So today, I'm not okay. Yesterday, I felt so free and vibrant and like I can get through this. And I still feel like I can and I am going to get through this, but it's definitely still a breakup. So that I want to feel everything that I have to feel to be able to get through it. I woke up later than usual. And I just felt off. And I just felt like empty. So I'm sitting here like, okay, let me just get up and get myself together and, you know, make me some coffee, which I still didn't make yet because I can't get up. I did get these edges together though, but today it's just,
I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I can't pinpoint it. I guess it's just the thought. I guess it's just the thought of not having the person that you thought this was going to be it with. And you thought that you were starting to build a life with. Like a house together, got the house built from the ground up together. And I left all of it because myself and my sanity matters most. And I didn't want to continue to be teared down and degraded when we argue and things like that. So I chose me. So now I'm staying in a hotel until I go back home until my apartment is ready. But like I said, I want to always be transparent and show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And today is the ugly because I look ugly. But I also want to be free of this hurt. And I want to be free and be able to move on. And not move on into another relationship, but move on with myself and do what I'm setting out to do and create the life that I want. I want to be a voice for other women who is afraid to leave or who doesn't know what to do or does not know how to start over. It's definitely not easy. But if you make the decision to choose yourself, that's the first step. And then you walk out that door. You walk out that door and you don't look back. You detach so you can move on freely. Detach, because detachment is the important thing. You have to detach because if you don't, anything else new that you get in, you're still going to be stuck back there. And I want to detach, and I don't want to hold on to anger and animosity because that's not me. I'm not vindictive. I'm not childish. I'm not an Indian giver. I'm not none of that. So I say all that to say this. I want every blessing that God has coming my way. I want him to enlarge my territory. I want him to bless me indeed. I want him to help me flourish. And I want all the brand deals that I'm setting out to get. I want the brand trips. I want the love. I want the life that's meant for me. And I don't want anybody to hold me back. And that's why I decided and chose to worry about me. So today is not a great day, but I'm going to make the best of this day. And I know God is going to get me through this. I know everybody says that, but I know that too. And like I said, and I'm going to keep on saying, God said, the Lord said, vengeance is mine, and I'm going to let him fight all my battles, no matter what she says about me, no matter what people think about me. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to let the devil put things in my mind. I'm going to be okay. God is going to supply every one of my needs. I might be in a hotel right now, but I won't be soon. In Jesus' name. But continue to pray for me. And like I said, if you're watching this and you are afraid to leave, it's time to go. This is your sign to go. You got this. You can do it. See y'all later.
I saw a TikTok the other day of somebody saying that part of the reason why so many women are choosing to stay single and not get married is because there's way too many grown men that don't know that you're supposed to wash your booty hole in the shower. And it reminded me of the time I was dating this guy, and this TikTok from Nicki Minaj came up on my For You page where she was like, you need to wash your ass in the shower. And I saw that TikTok and I was in a silly goofy mood. So I asked him, I was like, when you're in the shower, do you like spread your cheeks to let the water in? And he was like, nobody does that. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I just asked both of my roommates and they said they don't do that either. Like literally nobody does that. And he was like arguing with me about the fact that you're not supposed to wash your booty hole in the shower. And
Is that really a thing that's going on? Somebody let me know. Hit me up in the comment section. Is that happening? Women, have you? Because I know I taught my sons how to wash. I mean, I know we're doing a breakup video, but that was like an intermission. But no, she just said that women are not getting in relationships because of that, or they're breaking up because of that. Is that something that guys feel like they don't have to do in the shower? That's interesting. Woo. Let's get back to the breakups here. Let's get back to the breakups. But that's something. If people are breaking up for that reason, let's see some breakups here.
If you think you're having a bad day, this is the current state of the apartment that I have had for the last 3 years of my life. I foolishly and fucking stupidly decided to have my now ex-boyfriend sign a lease with me until August of 2025. And he broke up with me out of fucking nowhere tonight. And now I'm in the middle of going to school. And I had a partner that I was depending on paying 50% of the rent with. So now I have to give up my apartment to him. And uproot my entire life. So I'm now going to be 31 years old. And I'm moving back in with my parents. I am so fucking sick of this. Like, I genuinely mean this. I am never dating again. I don't think I can physically do this anymore. So, if you think you're having a bad day,
So my boyfriend just broke up with me for no reason. He took me to do all of my favorite things, and when we got back to the house, he was like, yeah, this relationship, it isn't gonna work anymore. So girl, I started laughing because I thought it was a joke, and I start hysterically laughing, right? And he's like, you don't want to talk? And I start laughing even harder. He was like, okay, I'm about to leave. So I start because I'm thinking it was a joke. And y'all, he walked out. And I'm thinking he about to walk back in because this got to be a joke. After we just had the best day, and he never came back. this happened to me in 2017, so let me give y'all the full story time. I knew my ex-boyfriend for years and years and years, but I never paid him no mind. I never paid him dust, but somehow we ended up reconnecting, and honestly, he is like one of my favorite exes that I've had to this day, because number one, he was a provider. Number two, he used to go all out for the dates. Number three, he was romantic, like right up my alley, like so thoughtful, so sweet, just everything, right? But on the other hand, he had a lot of deeply rooted traumas because his dad was one of the founding members of the Colombian cartel, and his mama was a dope fiend. She was pressure now, like green eyes, light skin. She looked good. So I understand why he was supposed to be serving her, and he fell in love. This sounds like a Tubi movie. He fell in love with her. So the mama ended up putting him up for adoption, right? Because she had a really bad addiction problem.
All right, here's what happened when I served my husband with divorce papers while he was in the middle of a 6-week-long silent treatment. When I told him that I had filed the paperwork and that I was in fact divorcing him, he was definitely surprised and shocked. He didn't see it coming. However, he was not as surprised and shocked as I thought. I thought there would be a really big blowout. That's when I realized he doesn't believe me. He doesn't think I'm being serious. So for context, and because y'all asked, I did try to leave him 2 times prior to actually leaving him. The first time we had been married for about 2 years, and he cried and sobbed and begged and pleaded and promised that he would get help and put on this big production. Being newly married, I didn't have any reason not to believe him, and I had never been in this position before. I'd never experienced anyone like him before, so I stayed. The second time was about 3 years later. Again, put on the big production, the tears, the begging, all of it, and I left anyway. So we were living in the UK at the time. I moved back to my hometown. About a month after that, he, begged really nicely to go to this marriage retreat with him. Not so we would get back together, but so he would finally get the help that he knew that he needed after that time apart from me. He just knew. I thought, dumb here, you know what? This has been hard for me too. I could probably use the help, right? So I went to the marriage retreat. We ended up getting back together. To be fair, I thought, hey, we just got help. He was really active at the, at the retreat. And I thought good things were to come from it. Yeah, that didn't happen. As soon as we got to his next assignment, he's military, we were in Hawaii. And of course, there were 1,000 bullshit reasons why he couldn't continue counseling. So at this point, we are now 7 years into a marriage, and I am 1,000% sure he is never going to change, things will never get better, and I am ready to leave him. I knew that I could walk away knowing that I had done everything in my power to make it work. I walked away with 0 regrets. So thank goodness we were in Hawaii, because Hawaii, the divorce process for an uncontested divorce is stupid quick and easy. This whole process was a month. All you do is go to the courthouse, you pay the $250 to file, you get some paperwork, fill it out, both of you sign it, you take it back, they check it for you, get some more paperwork, fill it out, sign it, they check it for you. You do that a couple of times, and then you just submit everything and you wait for the final decree. And during this process, we even had a sit-down conversation, a really calm conversation about how we were going to divide everything up. So I thought wow, this is actually going really well. Until he realizes, I've signed quite a few papers. She's serious. This is really happening. And so this is where it starts to get fun. I had been leaving the paperwork on the kitchen counter so he could sign it in the morning before he went to work. That had been working really well for us until he started to delay the signing of the papers. And the last 2 forms that I needed, it was so close. He had started to delay them. It had been 3 days and he still hadn't signed them. So I cornered him in the kitchen one morning and said, hey, can you sign those papers? Jessica, I'm just not ready. I just need more time. I just need you to sign the forms. Jessica, I'm just not ready. This has been so hard. I can't even eat. Why are you doing this? I just need you to sign the forms. Jessica, please. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. I just need you to sign the forms. You don't want this. I know you don't. You don't want this. I just need you to sign the forms. Fine. Where do I sign? Right there. I put a sticky note where you need to sign both forms. That's not your signature. I need your signature on the paper. I'll legally swear it's my signature. You need to sign your actual name. Jessica, I need you to sign the forms. Oh, You need me to sign the forms? Right here and right here. Thank you. Fuck you. I took the paperwork that day to the courthouse and filed everything. And we received the decree 2 weeks later in the mail. And when the decree showed up, and he opened it and he read it in front of me and he goes, wait, what is this? Are we divorced? And I said, yeah, we're divorced. That was quick. And he said, I didn't know we were completely done. I thought there was like a bunch of paperwork we had to fill out. And I said, we did fill out a bunch of paperwork. I left Hawaii about 5 days later. But he wouldn't be completely done with me, not just yet anyway, because once I got back to the mainland and we had to separate finances, he tried to completely screw me over, and it backfired in the most beautiful way.
This relationship is not going nowhere. I'm clearly not happy, and I've been telling you this for the longest. Like, it's not a joke. I'm not playing. I play about a lot of stuff, but I'm telling you that I no longer want to be with you. It's no talking no more. It's no talking. It was no talking. I can't get through to you. What I'm telling you is I'm happy. I found somebody that I'm happy with and I want to be with. Well, it's over. I can't be with you no more. I'm happy. I'm sorry, I gotta hang up.
Hang up. Why the fuck would you break up with that man for?
Because I'm not happy. I clearly just told him that I'm with who I want to be with.
But we wasn't supposed to be together, G. We were just fucking around, G. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
So you don't want to be with me?
Hell no.
That's
the fuck?
weird. You just let me in the whole relationship for you to tell me you don't want to be with me.
Man, look, we just fucking around. That's it, bro. No.
Wow, they were some interesting breakups, and definitely not fun. Breakups are never fun, and definitely don't want to be sharing videos of yours. So I definitely want you guys to stay together, try to work it out, but at the end of the day, when it's put on camera, it's out here for us to post it. So just keep that in mind. And is it a bad idea to record a breakup? Because, you know, a lot of things can happen during a breakup, because that's an emotional time, and people handle things differently. Some people deal with things differently. So maybe just to be on the safe side, because you never know how somebody's going to act in that instance, hey, maybe it's a good idea to record, or I don't know, put the camera somewhere to be on the safe side. But very interesting there. And well, I'm going to wrap it up. I took enough of your time. I hope you're wearing your smile. I hope you're enjoying the beautiful day and you're staying positive. At LUKE-N-SHAE'S place, we always want you to know that your mental health is important. A positive mentality is a destined reality. Stay positive, stay focused, and stay blessed. Until next time, stay together. Take care.